I had no life. I think the hours were usually 9 to 10, and I was the one who left early, so I was the lazy one.
Working in Korea gave you hair loss?
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah. And it was exactly like this right here. I liked 김광석.
김광석?
Yeah, 일어나.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive into what it's really like to live and work in Korea. No sugarcoating, just real stories from real people.
Hi.
So today's guest started as a native English instructor and ended up practicing law in a Korean law firm. He's been both sides of Korean workplace and today.
Hi everyone, I'm Moa르는. My name is Damian. I'm Bolivian, but I'm also an American citizen.
So when did you first come to Korea? What brought you here?
I graduated around 2006. I was a student in the US, and I had a very close friend of mine who lived in Masan. And so they suggested to me to try out Korea to be an English teacher about 2007.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you landed in Korea, what was the most surprising?
Oh, so I flew in through San Francisco and there was a storm and they lost all my luggage. So when I got to Korea, I had to start teaching within 2 days. And all I had with me were some broken jeans, like a shirt with no sleeves, and a cowboy hat. And that was the only clothes I had for a week because no clothes in the stores would fit me. I didn't anticipate how different things would be. You know, my previous experience had only been Japan, but Korea was very different because I didn't expect so much like enthusiasm. Like the people from Masan, I didn't have to wait for them to talk. They would just approach me. Where are you from?
Yeah, 외국인.
Yeah, and it was really nice. They were very curious about me. I went to work and my boss, he held my hand when he introduced me. And he took me throughout the whole school. You know, that was very surprising to me, to be introduced that way and touching in the physicals. I realized that Koreans are very open with how they feel. Yeah.
All right, so it's time for OX quiz. Woohoo! Yeah.
All right, okay.
All right, are you ready for that? This is for you.
All right.
First question. You were a great English teacher from the start.
Oh, no.
No?
No.
Why not?
I was never a good English teacher, not even at the end. I didn't study to be a teacher. At the time, to be an English teacher in Korea, all you needed was to have studied at a foreign university, America or UK. And I was not very good. I knew I had to switch.
Then you switched. Okay, so second question. You always planned to become a lawyer.
No.
No?
I thought I was going to be an engineer or something. My first study was computer science, but then I switched to politics.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When I was finishing my time being an English teacher in Korea, I went to visit him. So that's why it's good to talk to your old professors and people with experience. I didn't know what to do with my life, to be honest. But he suggested law, which I'd never thought about before. And then everything happened very fast, actually.
So do you think it was really good decision for you?
Sometimes things outside your power push you to make a decision, even if you're not sure. But yeah, I think it was. If I hadn't done it, maybe I would have spent too much time thinking about what I want to do instead of actually trying something.
All right, let's move on next question.
Yeah.
Getting into a Korean law firm was easy.
Maybe. I mean, it was not easy, right? I was very surprised. I came to Korea with no money, and I emailed every law firm in Korea saying that I was an American-trained attorney who spoke Spanish and could work Spanish documents, and that I would work for free for the summer. Some law firms answered, so it worked, right? But that led to a job offer the next year.
In the same law firm?
In the same law firm. Well, it didn't feel difficult at the time. Now looking back, I realize that I was very lucky.
But wasn't it really big decision for you to work in Korea for free?
Like it was 2 months, I think, and I had enough
for
money
2 months.
to rent a room, but it was in the basement. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know that movie, the won the Oscar?
Yeah, 기생충?
It was exactly like that, except one room.
Next question. Korean law offices have a clear 9 to 6 schedule.
Oh, no, 2x. Does any office in Korea?
No, not really.
Yeah, I don't think
Not
even
really.
lawyers, right? I will say that for lawyers, generally you work long hours everywhere in the world. Well, there's, FaceTime.
Yeah, FaceTime.
There's a lot of FaceTime.
You
And-
need to stay at the office even if your work is done.
Yeah, and kind of pretend to work, I guess.
Pretend to work. Oh,
Yeah, I had no life.
okay. You had no life.
I think the hours were usually 9 to 10, and I was the one who left early, so I was the lazy one.
But was it okay for you?
I don't think it's okay, is it, right? There should be a work-life balance. That is actually what led me, in part, to leave Korea at the time. I saw a future. Is this what I really want for my life? I would say that the working hours directly had the biggest impact on my decision to leave.
Next question, actually, that's really related to this question, I guess.
Sure.
Working in Korea gave you hair loss?
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah. And it was exactly
God.
like this right here. I guess it's related to stress. One day I just realized I just had no hair here.
Oh my God.
I think when life is very stressful, and that's what they told me. Maybe it's a good sign to tell you, like,
Good sign to leave?
yeah, something needs to change in your life. Yeah, or we're gonna make you bald.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not the only one. I mean, my
Your
colleagues. Yes, yes. Both men and women.
So how did you survive?
I quit. I
Very
quit,
clear.
yeah.
Okay, let's move on. As a foreign lawyer in Korea, you are only expected to give legal advice.
No.
No?
No. You're also expected to
More?
drink soju and go to noraebang. And,
Oh my gosh.
And there is an expectation that you are a counselor in general and available for kind of related questions. It can feel a little bit more like you're not their consultant, because that's what a lawyer is, but rather you're their employee. I was quite young, so I didn't have to manage directly, but I would see my seniors trying to balance those expectations.
Did you drink soju with them?
Yes, I drank soju. My senior didn't drink alcohol. And I think because he was Korean, it would be strange if he didn't drink with them. That I had to be the white knight and act like I was too drunk.
흑기사?
I would just take his drinks.
And went to karaoke.
I went to, noraebang. And then
Noraebang.
I think to be successful, especially in another country, you have to understand what makes people comfortable, what are they expecting.
노래방 is essential for surviving Korean work life.
Yes, I would say yes.
Yes?
I've known people, foreigners here, who absolutely refuse noraebang, but I would say you're missing out. You will see your coworkers in a very different light. Korea has a very strong hierarchy, so I think the hweshiks and the noraebang were a way to see those people in a different light, in a kind of a ridiculous light. And you should have a song. I think it's nice to have a song, especially if you can do it in Korean.
So, what is your go-to karaoke song?
I don't remember the name, but it was a very old song, like 1950s. Farewell at
Now is it?
Busan Gate. I like the 김광석.
김광석?
Yeah, 일어나, 일어나,
일어나,
일어나. No, I think, having those events with people is very important. And if you're not participating even once, then you're missing out.
Right. Oh, this is a hard one. You always felt like you belonged 100% in Korea.
Oh, no.
No?
If you're a foreigner coming to another country, you should know that you're never going to belong 100% because you don't. I think if you have those expectations, some moments could be difficult. But I always knew that I didn't belong. And I always knew, even if I learned perfect Korean, I think it allowed me to work in Korea. And let's say something happened in Korea, which is just normal behavior, right? But I didn't agree with it. I could just tell myself, I don't have to agree with it, because I'm not from here. At the same time, I don't have to judge. I probably don't understand everything underneath it. So I don't have to judge, but I also don't have to agree with it. And I think that's what allowed me to stay here and in other countries.
Do you have survival skill when you lived in Korea?
Well,
Curious
I'll
about it.
say I had another professor, and he gave me some good advice. He said, always remember that you're a guest. Always have your line in the sand about things that you will not accept. Because even if you're a guest, if you just keep getting pushed, you will not be able to stay there long. So it's okay even as a guest to say, I don't want to participate in that or I don't accept that. That was very, very good advice.
Good. What advice would you give to foreigners who want to work in Korea?
But about working in Korea, be very open. Really consider why you want to work in Korea. You know, I think most people, foreigners who come here, they're curious about Korean culture and life. But like anywhere, you're going to spend most of your time in the office. So maybe figure out what is it that you're trying to gain from it. Otherwise, you start losing hair and stuff.
All right, that was awesome. From chalkboard to courtrooms, your story was honest, inspiring. So thank you so much for joining us today. And for everyone watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe get your karaoke song ready before you come to Korea. See you next time. Bye.
안녕.
안녕.